Alright guys, thanks for checking me out. Today I'm going to bring you 5 of my favorite B-sides. I think number 4 might not actually be a B-side, but I'm going to call it a B-side. Anyways, I'm from Chicago, so we were influenced by a lot of Detroit techno and obviously Chicago house. But in 1986, Blake Baxter's B-side does not compute. I remember listening to this on BMX back in the day and I was like, what is this song? BMX was one of the radio stations that did the hot mixes. Anyways, great bass line. I'll stop talking. Yeah, my copy is a little worn down. On the KMS label out of Detroit, Blake Baxter does not compute. Great record. And keeping in the feel of Chicago, Mr. Fingers had a big hit, and I believe it was actually 86. Yeah, it was called Washing Machine. But on the flip side of that washing machine, was Beyond the Cloud. This was on Trax Records out of Chicago. If you do any research, Trax Records was famous for not using virgin vinyl. They would just have people breaking up old records that no one cared about, and then they would press your record from that old vinyl. Anyways, so this actually, as far as a Trax record, it's actually kind of not bad. So this is Beyond the Clouds. Very atmospheric. I love the bass line in it, and was really overshadowed by the A side, but a great song on the B side. Mr. Fingers, Beyond the Clouds, 1986, on Trax Records. Now back in the 80s and 90s, we used to buy a lot of, especially the 80s, a lot of imports. We go down to the record shop, High Energy, Italo. Anyways, this is an import. The big single by the Gibson Brothers, a French band, was called Cuba, or Cuba, however you want to call it if you're not Latin enough. But the B-side didn't get a lot of play, and it was really hot. This is You Better Do It Salsa. Now, it had a little bit of the French accent. Some of the lyrics seem cheesy, but wow, it's a great record, great instrumentation. Put that on 45.
Wanna make it, come out in the sun. Listen to me. Better do it. Salsa. You better do it. Come on. Salsa. You better do it. Everybody. Salsa. You better do it. Salsa.
Alright, that was like 85. Yes, 1985 on Zagora Records. Gibson Brothers, You Better Do It Salsa. On the number 4 record, this is Duran Duran. A lot of people hated on Duran Duran. They made great records. You might not want to admit it, but they did, and they were very popular. There was a B-side. I'm not 100% this is a B-side record, but it definitely wasn't an A-side because it was a little bit of a hidden gem. A lot of people did remakes on this. Deftones, I believe the guy from Korn did a remake on this, and it is The Chauffeur by Duran Duran. A great song. I could listen to this all day.
Okay guys, obviously you might have figured it out by now. Duran Duran's The Chauffeur was flagged for copyright violation. Unfortunately, this is what happens. You know, I am using other people's music even though I'm not using it for profit. This happens. I do not own the rights. And a lot of times you can get away with a lot of songs, but some publishers, some record labels are right on top of it, especially for stuff on YouTube. Anyways, in a few seconds, I'll be right back with my number one B-side.
Again, Duran and The Chauffeur, a great record. So this is going to be my number one B-side, and I hit a few different genres. I'm into all different styles of music. Tupac, the legendary Tupac. He had How Do You Want It on the A-side, and I think California Love, which is a pretty tremendous A-side to have. But the B-side was the B-side of all B-sides because it had Hit 'Em Up. It was Tupac featuring the Outlaws, and it was the Biggie diss. You would argue that Hit 'Em Up, especially in hip-hop and American culture as far as music goes, was a turning point. And I might even argue it might have been so serious as to maybe cost some unfortunate souls their lives. That's up to debate. But what a B-side. Tupac, Hit 'Em Up.
See, grab your blocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Who shot me? But your pumps didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace. Nigga, I hit 'em up. Check this out. You motherfuckers know what time it is. I don't even know why I'm on this track. Y'all niggas ain't even on my level. I'ma let my little homies ride on you bitch made ass bad boy bitch. Feel.
Get out the way, yo. Get out the way, yo. Biggie Smalls just got dropped. Little move past the Mac and let me hit him in his back. Frank White need to get spanked right for setting traps. Little accident murderers, and I ain't never heard of ya. Poisonous cats attack when I'm serving ya. Spank the shake, your whole style when I gank. Guard your rank, cause I'ma slam your ass in the paint. Puffy weaker than the fucking block I'm running through, nigga. And I'm smoking Junior Mom.
So my number one B-side has to be Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. Thanks guys for checking out my B-sides. Enjoy your day, love music, enjoy life.